Hey, we're here with Doug, working, reviewing the completed arrangement for where or when. I'm going to demonstrate. We're talking about the word, by the way, my terminology, easy chord melody arrangement. And Doug was just commenting, hey, it's not that easy after all. And that's true. My definition of easy quote is basically something that's just not ornamented, essentially, which I would call kind of fancy. I use the word fancy when you have all these fills and other stuff. So this is kind of a template, but now I'm going to fancy it up just to add more stuff. And of course, it's more time consuming to write out every detail. But again, that's where I would say the guitarists can ad lib. They can do this stuff. So like right here, I'm going to break down this part here. I just wrote on this word before. It's just written like this. So, but I want to fill it out. I want to do some. If I was to really play it, I would do this. I would break up the melody and chord. So I want to kind of just talk about that and have you do that with me. So like maybe here, let's see. I like to hit the bass and the chord or melody note. So I go. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and remove some of this chord inside, and that will give us. And this is going to be like more of a classical style arrangement. I say the word classical just meaning it's written out, every note. So here in this case, I'm going to make that an eighth note. Quarter note in this case. Let's see, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3. Just filler. So 1, 2, and I might even do a bar chord like this. I do the bar chord just for filler like this. And I'm going to put the just that melody note on top because I like to often hit the melody and then do the bass note. And I actually did that here too. I'll show you where I snuck that in. I don't think you saw it. Like right here on this E minor 9, I hit the chord before I had it just the bass and then with the chord. But here I put the chord, then the bass, and then the rest of it. So I offset it. That's a really nice thing to do, is not to put the bass on beat 1. So from there, I'll go here just to show you this example. First time do this. So I went like this. Then I whack the bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And then here you can do harmonics. Just filler there. But again, the highlight of that is the offset of the bass. That's to me a performance thing that I like to do. Sorry, let me do. So like this. You can do it here. It's so subtle, but just hit the chord bass. Yeah. That's a good little lick to learn to play all of this right here. See, again, it's not necessarily easy. I'm gonna add one thing here too. And now this is a fancy arrangement. I'll probably have to add more to it later. Oops.
That's a good exercise of doing that from bar 20. What is that? 20, 28. That is.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah. And here I'm kind of doing this now too, Doug. I'm adding another shape, another triad shape. This is to me easy in the sense that if you know your C triad, then you can do this. Or I might do it here. There's two options for that E flat 9 sharp 11 here, which you're omitting the bass note and just doing the augmented, and that's beautiful. Again, then you could hit the bass. See what I mean? You could do this, or you could do this wrap around. This looks cool. This looks cool visually.
Yeah.
E flat. You could do the instead of doing it here like this, and you could just grab this augmented seventh chord here, and hit the bass,
Yeah.
and then it goes to the D sus, and then
That's such a nice transition. That chord transition is really nice.
yeah, then that sus there.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And you have the choice on that sus because early on you had the B with it, or just have it, yeah.
So I'm gonna just play that part there from this first time. First time we did do. And again, that was just for show because I already was hitting the bass on the fifth string root like this. Then, but if you wanted to just do the top part, and then.
Yeah, wrapping the thumb works pretty. I can do that.
Okay. Oh, wrapping the thumb around for.
Yeah.
No. Well, not I really, because the thumb that would be on the fifth string though,
Oh yeah, right. Yes.
not the sixth string. That's too much thumb. That's gonna hurt your thumb later.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I'm just doing so the trick of it is to do only the top four strings and then hit the bass with your right hand as a tap. So like this. So be basically on beat 2 or the and of 2 or 3, it doesn't really matter. You can kind of be rubato 1. So like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2. I'm actually putting in time for practice. If I needed to for any reason play it in time, I'd do this. I put on the and. I went like this. 1 2 and 1 2 and 1. And then even there, see, yeah. See how I hit the bass here? I went boom because the melody's on beat 2. So I went 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1. And even here's the great time to add some filler to make it exciting, like this. Just arpeggiating, and I'm just thinking, I'm just doing eighth notes. I'm just going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Oh.
Or even something like this, Doug. So I'm showing you two different things. So you could do this. It's a lot of picking. I'm not finger picking. I'm actually picking. But you could do this. You could do hybrid. But I'm actually flat picking like this. So I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's see here. Yeah, keep that same pattern. So it's going to be kind of building up intensity. It's kind of like a piano style or even a harp. And then here's that G sus. Or sorry, G augmented. And then C6. So again, it's just kind of hopefully building up the excitement. This is more just block chord like this. 1 2 3 4. You know what I mean? So that's the filler that I would start to do to make it exciting. And honestly, I would do it here too. This is where I would say a fancier arrangement should have some fills, and that might mean rhythmically, or literally fills, as in like this, little fills like this. That's actually quite pretty to go, and then those are just hammer pulls. Kind of sounds neo soulish, but it's just nice, And here's a fill on that whole here in the E flat 9 sharp 11 to go. I'm going to demonstrate that by just doing one, two. I went 1, 2, 3, 3. I went like this. Or maybe triplets. There it is. Because I'm putting it all in time before I was kind of just free timing it. I'll show you. This is what it will look like. Like, I'm going to start right here on this augmented. I went to the 11th fret here.
Yeah, that's what I went.
And I'm doing quarter note triplets, whole steps descending, whole tone scale. That's what I'm thinking. Yes. Dreamy.
Yeah, it is. That is.
Love that. So that's that flavor, that dreamy. Yes. So the thing to do is to take these augmented. So you go 12, 12. It's the same shape. Yeah, and just move it. Yes. Move it. Yes. And again, yeah, we'd have to put it in rhythm. Oops. Quarter note triplets. So look at this. It goes bing, ding, gong, gong, gong.
Yeah.
Like this. 1, 2. Again, practicing this. 1, 2. And then maybe harmonics. And then there, do some fills like this. I'll just do this. So 1, 2, or maybe this. Let's see. 1. I think pull offs would I was doing a slur before, but I would just do now pull offs.
Fast.
So check it out here. This is fancy. Now this is fancy. This is what I'm talking about. It's like, this is like having fun with being creative with an arrangement.
Yeah.
But notice how I'm still just kind of using the shell. Sorry, these are 16th notes actually. But it's a good exercise here. You'll see what I'm doing in a sec.
Yeah.
So. Don't do the hammer pull, just do the pull off. That way we can get all the strings in here. That's my consideration there. It's just a pattern, and that's what I'm saying. It's relatively easy, but it sounds cool.
Yeah. Da, da, da.
See, I'm just going through the strings. Same pattern. And there I just tie that D. So it's 1, 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1. 1, 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a. Or yeah, and let me change this note here. I don't know. I think I put a 13 there, so it'd be. There it is. Let me tie that note. These, oh, just to be specific, these are pull-offs.
Yeah.
So it makes a good little exercise in
Yeah.
playing legato is the word there. It's very Lenny Bro-ish. He did stuff like this quite a bit. Um, so the timing though is it looks scarier maybe on paper, but it's 1, 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. And this, sorry, this needs to be this there. Listen to it again. So it's just this, and you can just use your ring finger. It's just a good study. Here it is slow. That's all. Or use your pinky, or both. Again, it's a good little slurring exercise. It's slurring meaning just hammer on and pull off. It's not necessarily hammer then a pull. It's just a pull off is what it is. So it's a good pull off exercise. But again, if you're playing it kind of loosely, like we were doing earlier, like this. So something like that, kind of loosely, not playing it. But that's how I would practice it. Again, this is just fancy and yeah. Similarly, you could do harmonics a la Lenny Burrow style. The harp style harmonics.
Yeah, that's very pretty. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It especially works. He loved it on this bar shape. That's the time to do it. But he would do it combined with hammer-ons and pull-offs. I can't do that very well. So, but I'll just do this for now. So we'll do this. Let's see. This is where I would bust into the picking, see? So I'm going to write that about. I want to make this an exercise. We kind of did this a long time ago with combining some of those, classical studies of fingerpicking, how to make it sound fancier, by adding classical techniques. And this is just going like this. Pima, it's Pima. They call it Pima in the book. P-I-M-A.
Pinky.
But it's
finger.
Well, actually, it's A, then P-I-M. It's just a nice pattern. So that's what I'm going to write out. Let's fancy this up. So I'm going to hit that note first, just a melody note, and it's just going to be eighth notes. It's just a constant motor rhythm, and it's that constant rhythm that adds kind of the excitement of it. Oh, sorry, that needs to be. So so again, hold that shape, of course. So it's going to be. And this we're not necessarily following the melody anymore. We don't. I mean, the melody's still there, but it's not going to be like in place metronomically where it was in the past. So then then I'm going to do the same pattern for all of this essentially. So it's going to sound like this. Nice. Yeah, of course. And again, you can modify the shapes as you wish to do where you want to do them. And maybe this could, nice. Yeah, exactly. The rhythms can start to get modified as necessary. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. And then I love these sequences like this. Sometimes I just do B minor instead of the whole G major 7. And then I just do the triad just to keep it a triad. That's all sometimes. Let me write this all in though. See, now you can see how much it takes more effort. It's easier just to do an easy arrangement quote, and then write out every little detail. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh, yeah. There's so many cool patterns. You can do this. You know what I mean? Or I'm just
Yeah.
doing this. But let me
Yep.
write it all
Yep.
in. It takes a little bit more time to write it. I'm gonna change this chord too. I'm gonna instead of
Which
C6,
chord?
I'm gonna make
Uh,
it a yeah. Instead of the C6, I'm gonna make it a C major 13. Do you know the difference?
uh, in terms of what the notes are, yeah, but in terms of the chord shape, no.
One difference. Well, the major 13 just means you have to have a major 7 in there
Seven
somewhere.
over the top, yeah.
Yeah, you don't need a 9, just that 7. So
Seven.
I've got the root twice here on the 6, so I'm just gonna add the major 7 there, and it instantly adds
Oh,
a
I
little bit
see.
more.
Okay.
It adds more flavor. Try it out. That's if you know the song "Meditation" by Joe Beam. The first it goes in my loneliness, but it's a C6 chord like this. But I always add a major 7 in there, so it becomes C major 13 like this. It just sounds a little bit more like introspective. I love that. Anyways, that's a beautiful
Yeah.
song we should examine too in the future. That's one thing I'm always saying is always know the relationship of the melody note. Like that's a 6 degree that to the chord that you're on for chord melody especially though.
Yep. Yeah, this is from Babes in Arms by Rogers
Gershwin.
and Hart. Rogers and Hart.
Wait, this one is not Gershwin?
No, it's Babes in Arms by I
What?
think it's Rogers and Hart, I think.
Oh no, I said it was
In fact,
Gershwin.
there's some very nice YouTube videos showing the two singers and Babes
Oh
in Arms doing
really?
this.
Wow.
Yeah. They each the male singer sings the whole song through, and then there's sort of a recitative or whatever it's called in
Hmm.
stage music,
Yeah.
where I think she sings, and then she ends up singing the whole thing, and then they end up the last part of the song they sing together with
Oh.
harmony. It's really
Oh,
nice.
nice. I
Yeah,
gotta
really
listen to
nice.
that. Yeah, I totally thought it was Gershwin though. I didn't know.
I think it's Rogers and Hart, I think.
Yeah, I think you are right. I just from seeing it on the sheet
Well,
music.
I'm not sure how popular Babes in Arms was on Broadway. I don't know if it was a real popular,
What
but this
else?
is
What other
obviously
songs
one of the
came
best
from that?
songs.
Any other good songs that came from that?
I don't know. I don't know, but I know this one did, and it's been done a lot. So,
Okay.
wow.
See, now it looks a little bit scarier too, but it's not because we just talked about the technique. The technique is just breaking up the chord in an arpeggiated fashion. But it's pretty. It's almost like classical esque.
Yeah, yeah.
Sound great on a classical guitar, of course, too. running into a little issue here with this diminished chord shape here. Um, Coming up here. I want to get the shape here, but I'm just losing my bass note, my E bass note.
Yeah.
So I'm figuring out, well, I might have to make it a triad. Or just to hit the bass and melody at the same time. There it is. Or I might just hit that on it to change the timing of it. Yeah, I think I just want to hit that part separately and then go. I'm gonna do something different here for this very last phrase. I'm gonna keep the chords are tighter. I'm gonna do a tighter pattern, doing this bass and melody at the same time. Like this.
That's a nice ending to da 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 da, and then to
Can't
the
go wrong,
G.
like you said,
Yeah,
with the arpeggio. This,
and then
do it with chords.
yeah.
You know, I went like this instead of this. I went like this. Then.
That's all. That's also very, very nice.
Yeah, it's the same idea though, of just taking an arpeggio, but in this case to fancy it up with chords here. Let's see, I'm gonna fix this a little bit. Oh, there we go. I just solved the problem. Just strike it as a chord, like this. Then. And go. So let's add all of that. So this
I really like that. I like that. I like that. You should put that in there.
I will, yeah. So,
Chords. That's
yeah, this is a fancier version now. So we have, and again, it's that eighth note, that constant kind of motor rhythm that really adds to it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So here I went like this. That's the pattern. Let's see.
Yep.
Maybe hit the full chord. And again, you could do this fingers or pick. And then go, here's the pattern. I'd like for you to try this. It's just all in the shape. See, that's the thing, is that it's just all within a shape. And then hit a chord. Yeah, notice the tighter arpeggiation here. It's just kind of a little inner pattern. Yeah, keep that same pattern. Beautiful.
I like that.
Nice. Yeah, hit that low G.
I really like that. That's
Yes.
what is it? So it's minor.
Sometimes I like to do those little pentatonic fills like this. And that would be on the A flat. This just easy, quick fills like this. That's all. That was C minor penta, by the way.
Yeah.
And then this. Or this. Who knows? So it'd be like, who knows? Who knows where? Sorry, diminish. See, now it sounds fancier, especially if I really practiced and made it sound good. Do you like those pentatonic fills here, or should I just leave it as a chord?
I like all that fill stuff.
So I'm
I
gonna
just
hit
don't
this.
know. I don't know how to play it yet. So
I want to show you. I'm gonna let me rename this. I'm gonna hit this on beat 1, and then it's really a beautiful fill and simple. And again, I'm all about simple and beautiful, right? Just you don't need to work too hard to make it sound good. So let me write in all these little eighth notes here first. So I got to talk a little bit of theory with you. So one thing, and I know you kind of know this already, but it may not be so obvious because it's not the relative minor. I just gave you a big hint. If you see A flat major 7 on the chart, well, let's go to G. Okay, and I'll say A flat. If you see A flat major 7, the first thing people usually think of is F minor because it's a relative minor. You go down 3 frets. But that kind of gives you just an A flat 6 flavor because F minor 7 equals A flat major 6. But another nice, and this goes back to what we talked about a long time ago, more on improvisation and advance, is you go off the 3rd degree to get the major 9, the extension there, major 7 and major 9, and if you go off the 3rd, you can play C minor 7 because C minor 7 gives you an A flat major 9. And so I take it one step further. Instead of just a minor 7 arpeggio, add in one more note to make it a pentatonic. And that's where that melody Girl from Ipanema to me comes out of, when it goes like this. Or again, well, I'm in A flat right now just to demonstrate. But you get the major 7, the major 9, and the 13. It's really colorful. So there's your trick. Minor pentatonic off the 3rd degree, and that gives you the major 7, the major 9, and the major 13 sound. So here's that fill that I did. It's just 4. So I went like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. And then this. So what I did was I did double stops on the C minor. So I went like this. 8. I'm going to write that out here. So go 8, 8. Again, you got to make sure you're thinking C minor. And these are your double stops. And I'm just staying within the scale. That's the only thing, is just staying within the scale. So this is a 3rd here. We got perfect 4th, a 3rd, and then it's going to go into a 4th here again. Oops, on this shape. And then we have 2 more, and 11 and 11. And those are 4ths as well. Go ahead and play that little lick there. So, Doug, here's how I'm doing it. Here, watch my left. Watch. I'm just gonna stop the share screen here for a second. Here's that pentatonic. Here's C minor. So here's how you can grab some intervals. We talk fourths like this. But the thing is, you got to stay within the scale. So it's not going to be all perfect fourths. It might be this. That's a 3rd. And then this. Then this. That's a 3rd. But I'm just making sure I stay within the scale. This box shape is really the shape to do it in, of course. And we can even do this. And then this. Now I'm actually practicing A flat major 7. And I'm going 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then and then I did this. I could do the same thing. B minor. So it's a good little fill. And if you could do this, you could break up the interval, so you can go doody 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 doody. You know what I mean? I'm going. It just sounds a little bit angular. And there I did E minor. You could do E minor on the G major 7. As we talked about, that's a relative. Or B minor. So again, if I wanted that kind of modern vibe, that's one great ending I like to do is pentatonic off the relative minor or the third degree off the.
It also sounds a little Asian in a way. It sounds
Oh, well, that's because of the pentatonic scale. Yeah.
pentatonic. Yeah.
If I did this, it might sound like more like a coda, like.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like pushing those strings down, ding.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but no, but yeah, definitely the pentatonic scale is the oldest scale around. You know, that's why we love it. It's just in human nature. It just
Need to
feels
work on it.
good. But here's that. But the trick of it is that G major 7, and then I went to the B minor. But or you could break it up. And then G major 7. So there's actually three minor pentatonics that I like to do on a major chord. This might be new for you. Off the third, we just talked about this. Same lick, by the way. I'm just doing the same lick over and over. Shape. And then off the relative minor, which is the 6. And if you want a Lydian, that was E minor penta against the G major ending chord. And then the one that really gives you that Pat Metheny or modern jazz sound, I call it, is the minor pentatonic on the 7th degree. So if you're on G major 7, you're going to do F sharp minor. That's not the one that's so obvious because it creates a Lydian flavor, like you're almost in the key of D and not key of G anymore. So I'm doing this. And that was against this. So I'm playing a G major 7 sharp 11. Then I'm doing this. Do dee 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 do. Yeah, so again, this little fill is beautiful. Yeah, that fill gives you a lot of
It
ideas for
does. Yeah, it does.
improvisation. That's why I
Yeah.
was like, oh, it's good to write this out to go. Or this. Again, you just have to kind of pick and choose. But I think you wanted me to do this.
What is that chord? Dum, dum, dum.
G major 7 flat 5 or sharp 11. That's the one that's not so obvious. So this is just again the fancy. I love this, as you can tell, because it's really getting into this beautiful details. Almost again more like performance oriented. And then. Before. Wait, hold on. I think I changed. I should name. No, I see what I did. I got playing the wrong chord. It's like this. There, and then and then not only that, then this. Or something, you know what I mean? It's like this is like throwing in all your licks when you can, like all your ideas. That's what a fancy chord arrangement usually is, you know. So let me go back to the screen share on this and put this all in.
It's a lot. It's a lot, though. It's a lot.
And well, it's a lot of filler, Doug. That's the thing. It's just filler, right? It's
Yeah.
that's what I like the template, but hopefully you can see how I'm taking the template and I'm
Right.
adding in some rhythms and some finger
Right.
picking, or
Right.
use your flat pick if you want. You know that these are good exercises though too, as that's why I was saying, just to do stuff like this. Where we're at here, just like this, it's beautiful to go like this. You know what I mean? Just that pattern, and then when you put it to the chord, oops, there, then I'm gonna check my pattern here and see. Oh, that's why. Yeah, this is a little bit tricky because of all the string crossing here. Your string
Right.
skipping. So that's there. I need to change one note. Sorry, I just realized something is off here. Bass. There. Yeah, it's just arpeggiating. This one's tricky though. These two are tricky because you have to do this. See, and here I go again, offsetting that bass. I'm constantly modifying this. I put the chord first and then whack the bass. There. Hit the chord bass. Then I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh my gosh, does it ever stop ending these fills?
Yeah,
But
but
it's so let me just write
it
that all
has.
out here.
Yeah.
We've got that major seven. I went one, one. I'm just figuring out the timing. At this point, I would probably say slow down and retard, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, and 1. So let me just write this, and I'm gonna do this. You could be rubato here freely, but I'm gonna write them in as eighth notes. Dot
That's
dot
it.
dee
No.
dot dum. So first of all, notice how I'm mapping out the arpeggio on the first string. That's like you have to do that first, I think, and then here's that chord that you like. And then I hit the bass again. I'm offsetting it. Notice how I offset the bass. I went boom, boom, bass. And you could wrap your thumb around, or sorry, do this. See, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, or this. If you wanted to get fancy with your showmanship like this.
Yeah, I like that. Rich Severson does that a lot. He'll play a song, and he'll go. I think that looks cool when you do that. That's kind of cool. But anyways,
That's what I'm saying. It's a little bit of a showmanship there. Is it for show or is it necessary? Probably not
yeah, but
necessary.
it's all. I mean, you're an entertainer, Tracy, so it's about the showman.
I think so too, often. So
If you
let's do
don't take
this.
that as an insult, being an entertainer, as
No,
opposed to as
absolutely.
a musician, you're a musical entertainer. Anyways.
So let me add that pentatonic. So again, we've got this G major. This chord, by the way, is called a G major 7 flat 5. It's a Lydian chord because you got that sharp 11 or flat 5. I call it a flat 5, but you could call it. I would call it.
Where do you grab the flat 5 in the chord? I mean, do you do it
Well, here's the thing
on
is
the A
that
string?
I'm thinking of a here's how I'm thinking of it. First of all, here's a B minor triad. See, if with a G in the bass, it's G major 7. But we take the D and we flat it. So that's why I'm calling it a flat 5 chord. But it really can be called a sharp 11. We don't have a D anymore, just so you know.
Oh,
We're taking the D and we're flatting it. That's how I'm thinking of it. Yeah. So again, I'm going to call that chord G major 7, sharp 11. It's really a flat 5 to be technical, but just to kind of make it call
yeah. I see that a lot of these chords. They won't say. They don't say. Yeah, they always say sharp 11, or they'll say flat 5. So
right. Yeah, I mean, I'm being technical because there's no longer a fifth. That's why I would call
no
it a
longer
flat
fifth.
5. But people like to see the sharp 11 chord because that tells you it's Lydian, that's all. As an improviser, that tells you it's a Lydian. And then hold on, now I got to do that pentatonic lick, which is a great study. We'll start here, F sharp minor. See what I'm saying? It's so nice. I'm just doing those fourths again. If you wanted to, you could break it up into single notes like this. But I'm just going to do double stops. And I'm going to slide on the last one. So I'm being very specific with this. Double stops here, 2 2. And let's see. One olet, two olet, three olet, or it is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. It makes a great, just an eighth note lick. So again, you could just something you could practice. So check it out, 2 2.
Yeah,
This is F sharp minor, 4 4, 2 2. Next string. It's easy. 4
yeah,
4, 2 2. This one is going to be 4 5. That's what's important to get that little shape there because you got to make it diatonic to the penta scale. And then 2 2 5 5. Whoa, whoa. And then slide it 7 7. And then hit the bass on the G. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm saying. Does it ever end like this? Harmonic. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, right there. And you get that high G. So listen to it. Boom. Right? See what I'm saying? You hear that low bit, the bass. So you go bing, boom.
yeah. I need to work on those. That's
The pentatonic.
yeah. Just the fingering. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, it's fun. These are pentatonic double stops, is what I call it.
yeah.
And again, I practice it as a grouping, like same time, or broken up. You could, yeah, you could even do 3 notes, Doug, like a triplet, like this. Is that nice, too? It adds more texture. Triplets. So you can have a lot of room for creativity. You could even change the pattern. You know, anything you can dream of. But here's, to me, an effective and simple way to get that fill, that pentatonic fill. Well, you asked for it. Now you have something really fancy. You started off by saying, Tracy, that's kind of not that easy of an arrangement. I said, well, we could get it a little bit fancier. Now we got super fancy.
Yes, yes.
I think the fancy part kind of started. I mean, I could go back and fancy it up more by just breaking things up. Like here, there's space. That's
Yeah.
where you'd throw in a fill if you have time. Then. But there is such. because we practice it. Got to get that rhythm. Oh, I need to practice. And I didn't mean to hit that twice. This should be tied. There's one little thing here I want to fix before we leave here. Let's put those chord inversions. I put the arpeggio, but I didn't write the shapes. So let's make sure you know your shapes there. Major 7 inversions. The only thing I'm doing is I'm using the hack, this chord here on the 5th degree. This instead of this. I'm doing this. And then this. And then this. And I didn't say it, but wrap your thumb around here. I'll say that here. I mean, obviously you know that you use your thumb, but just in case.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not that obvious because you could do this. If you wanted to. Beautiful. Oh, so sorry, Doug. Back to these chords here. I went like this. Did you get these shapes here? That's the thing. How I wrote it is 8th note. So you're gonna go 1, 2, and 3, and 1. At that point, you could just be rubato freely. There we go. That's a fancier arrangement now.
Yeah, that's.
And
That's
notice
right.
I am.
You got it.
Yep. And again, here's the intro. You could just, you just I'm thinking this rhythm. Da 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 da. And then maybe there. And then you got it. Oh, I did put. Oh, major 7. Beautiful arrangement. I like it. I think I talked about playing. Oh, and then here. Oh, B minor. See. Oh, that's filler. I want to add in later. Again, just on these long notes like this. G major 9. I wrote a G major 7. It's major 9 to be correct. But then that's B minor penta. See how it's right here? You just bar across and do this. Or this. Just pull off those pentatonic notes. Watch Lenny Breau play. He did that all the time on the major 9 and on the 13 sus like this. It's just that. But you got to know what the shape is. But this would be B minor penta. You're right there in that shape, and then this would be A minor penta. A kind of. You get to be A minor or A minor 6. And again, it's relatively easy once you get those phrases. I had actually, yeah. But then that could be a nice intro too. That's what inspired this, Yes. Oh, I gotta change that to G major 9. So there you go. That's the fancy arrangement. I'll have to share that too on Patreon. Maybe I'll update it a little bit more even.